Welcome to Boggy Creek Life for another episode of Mail Calls and Grail Halls. Episode 41, The Mummy's Tomb. I am your host, Cam Boggs. First off, to all the returning subscribers, thank you very much. And if you're new to the channel, what I do here is some kit reviews, and I also do some building, I don't know if you'd call it tips, but you can look at it as a way to try something if you'd like. Just little aspects of my modeling hobby / life. I put a lot of time into this, and I would just post it up here for you to enjoy. So if you're into that kind of thing, please hit the like and subscribe. And doing something new, if you've been around the channel for a while, you always know that liking and subscribing is the best, easiest way to support the channel. And I've also became an Amazon associate. And what that means is I will post links in the description or in the comments. I haven't done it yet, so I'm not sure how it works. To stuff like tools I use and whatnot. It may not necessarily be in the video, but I'll try to. I have a lot of stuff, and a lot of stuff I have gotten from Amazon. And what that does is if you purchase something through the link in the description of the video, I get a monetary high five from Amazon. And don't worry, I will not steer you towards anything that I don't use. I will not push junk on you or anything like that. Do not make me force me to endorse anything or nothing like that. It's just I get a little monetary high five if you use the link. And that being said, that pays the bills, or it helps pay the bills. And so today we're going to go over X Plus's The Mummy's Tomb. Not a brand new kit, but new to me. And that being said, here's my take on it. First, we will go over the box art. Beautiful, beautiful box art. Now, this kit was sculpted by Daniel Danko Angelazzi. Okay. That's a mouthful, and I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. I went through quite a bit because it seemed like quite a few people thought that Tony Cipriani sculpted this, and then I messaged him because I really couldn't find it on the internet. Well, actually, I did on Google, and Google AI said that he did. So I messaged him on Facebook, and he informed me that he didn't, but he didn't know who did. So then I turned to the boys over at Model Club TV, Scott Johansson, the Walking Model Encyclopedia, and he told me that it was Daniel. I messaged Daniel to confirm, and it was. And then Daniel, therefore, in turn, turned me on to the box artist, who he said was, and please forgive any mispronunciation, Masataka Yoshio. Yes, Masataka Yoshio. And I messaged him to confirm, and he did not reply. And then I saw that he lives in Osaka, Japan. And so I apologize at sending you a message at 4 o'clock in the morning, your time. Okay. All that being said, it's a beautiful, nice box. Now, some people throw the boxes away. That's fine. I like to keep them. There's a lot of people that do as well. In the perfect world, if I have room, I like to build the kit and then take off the lid. This is on the wall, and put some thumbtacks in the back to hold it to the wall by the shelf and put the lid back on. So you check it out. It's to me, it's very much part of the kit is a good box. We'll set that aside. We'll dive right into the directions. All right, we're getting washed out on the big screen there, so we'll go to the little one. All right. Mummy's Tomb X Plus. Now, one thing I have seen in posts over, since this kit came out on Facebook, is some people were having problems with being able to figure out where the individual wrappings went on the kit. So let's check that out first. All righty. Well, as you can see, we do have the wrappings numbered, and they do have where they go. But I can see where some confusion may set in, because there's multiple wrappings hanging. So I have a feeling when I go to do this, I have to pay very close attention, and a lot of picture reference going on. So that's a lot of little stuff going on in this area for the first step. That's the first step. There's a lot of reading needs to be done, and a lot of flopping back and forth to the picture. You're basically building the whole upper body right there in one step almost. And come over to the bigger pictures. We have the brazier, the pillar backing, and the fire. The fire is a big thing with this kit. It's a highlight because it is made out of clear plastic, and I've seen quite a few people take transparent paint and paint that and put a light inside, which definitely puts a nice creme de la creme touch on the kit. I've also seen a lot of what do they call it, OCL or something, painting the light source painting, you know, which I have always found is not that easy to do. Some people do it masterfully. I've seen on Facebook, masterfully done. Then we flip it around here to the pages. We have pro tips. The Mummy's Tomb, black and white, filmed and produced in 1942, following the Mummy's Hand movie, continues the story of Karis. That's my research. To capture the vibe accordingly, it's important to be mindful of the silver screen's tonal range. And, you know, if you do some research, you'll find out that, you know, they obviously didn't use like black and white makeup, just like Frankenstein, you know. Whatever color Frankenstein was, I've read multiple different things, but he wasn't painted, his face makeup wasn't black and white, like green or something like that, you know, because it looks different on black and white film, shows the contrast and such. The model kit has well-defined raised recess details, perfect for dry brushing to make them stand out. If the dry brushing stands out too much, soften it by splattering it with a light color or using the airbrush for a fine sand-like texture. Once the tonal range is established, enhance the atmosphere by applying a translucent color layer using the grisaille technique, which is the lighting technique, I believe, to emphasize the presence of fire in the foreground to create a better ambience. Check the Superior Pro tip to find out how. Voila, Superior Pro tip. For a realistic look, highlight the fire and use it as a main light source and add shading and ambient lighting on the figure with highlights and paint with dark tones. Easier said than done, but thank you, X Plus. And I like this because for the new modelers, you know, it gives them not everybody steps into a kit knowing what to do. You know, this may be somebody's first kit. You know, I don't know what the likeliness of it is, but it may be. And so kudos X Plus for putting in a little bit of deets. We go over here, have pictures of your build with color references to what color they should be painted. And we also have be on the lookout for Frankenstein 1931. The Bride is already out. Frankenstein 1931, from what I've seen, is supposed to be out somewhere between like May and July. I have him on the pre-order. If you don't, find a site and pre-order yours. I got mine at Cult TV Man. Hey, Steve. And important, read this first. This model needs to be assembled, painted, blah, 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 the usual. You're using tools and be careful. Alrighty. First off, let's go over the base. Get the big parts out of the way. We've got some beautiful stone texture here. Our lighting seems to be just a little weak today. Let's see what we can do. I don't want to wash anything out. There we go. It's a little better. Nice texture, nice deep recesses for washing. Small, compact. Your kit's up, not out. We've got the pillar walls. No, now we're washing again. We've got the pillar walls. And I studied Egyptology in middle school for like 6 weeks. That's a long time for like a sixth grader. But I do remember some of these. That's an Ankh, symbol of life. Some of these are actual hieroglyphics, and they might all be. I don't know. If they are, kudos. I don't even know if they were in a real movie or not. Probably not. But it still looks convincing with a nice texture that you can see there for dry brushing and washing. The same on the rounded part of the pillar. You can see the shadows from the texture. Let's do a little fit test real quick, because this has always been an X Plus seller to me. Voila. Pretty much perfect. I mean, maybe if you don't want that seam, just a bead, a little sanding, maybe a little heavy primer at the bottom. Maybe you'll take into, let's see how it fits. I was going to say maybe you'll take like a little fine sand and throw it up, but you wouldn't do that on the outside. So, or who knows, maybe somebody may glue sand up, put glue and put sand on the outside. That'd be a way to cover it up if you didn't want to do all that. But it fits beautifully. And that seems to be one of the selling points, besides the detail, of everybody with X Plus kits, is everybody loves the fits. So, this is what everybody's waiting for, I know. Let's delve into the head. Check it out. First off, we'll do our fit test. We'll get our nippers out. Not expensive. Not the cheap ones. I'll put a link for them in the thing later. Make sure I cut this so we got something to work with later when we go to build it. You know, I used to just twist stuff off until I started doing this seriously, and then realized that rips holes. And so yeah, doing a little snip with a little left over on the edge and then sanding it down works better for your finish. Okay, he only has a 2-part head. Take a gander at the a look at the fit. There we go. Very, very, very small gap. Little gap right there. But all in all, I would say pretty damn good. Let's look at the detail. Kudos, Mr. Angelazzi. Brilliantly sculpted. Detail is spot on detail. So I'm going to go ahead and just mark this up there with, you know, if the Mummy is your guy and you don't have this, then you need to get it, you know. Let's go ahead and take a delve into the rest of it. Let's go over here to the nameplate, the Mummy's tomb, nicely raised, nice stone texture, be easy to paint. And I have seen many beautiful jobs of this out here already. This is more for the people who have people that are teetering on the fence about getting this kit, maybe haven't had a chance to look at something and delve into it. I'm playing catch up on this one. This is our clear flame. Nice fluid sculpt like fire. That will be very nicely done. Especially if you put the light in there. And yeah, you could very easily run a wire down through, I think it sits like right here somewhere, I think. Run a wire under, put your battery inside there if you wanted to. Or hell, even if it's one of them thin batteries, you might be able to fit it up underneath here because you got a good amount of space there. Go ahead and check out his torso. Very nice, deep details, like they said. Excellent for dry brush, washing, however you plan on painting this. One of the multiple, well, actually it looks like 3 of the very multiple wraps. But I love that sculpt on it. That is very beautifully done. It looks very much like hanging fabric. Nice details. Kudos once again to Mr. Angelazzi. See what this is over here. Another piece of torso. Looks like some more wraps, bigger wrap. Smaller wraps, once again, just all beautifully done. There's going to be a lot of wraps in this because, well, he's a mummy. The arms, here, let's take another test fit. Grab a random piece here. Arm, snip that. Flip these, snip that. I'm hoping it's the same part. Snip that. And snip that. Oh, there's pieces here too. Alrighty. Let's grab these and see what we got. Okay, once you line it up, slid in like butter. I mean, almost virtually no, come on, focus. No seam lines whatsoever. I think this down here, if you was to squeeze it with something, if you was to put like a rubber band or a clamp around that while you were gluing it, probably eliminate it altogether. Beautiful X Plus, beautiful. Let's check out his hands. We have one fist here. Wrapping detail, beautiful. Fingers folded. Anatomically correct, beautifully done. I saw another hand. Look at the wrinkles in that. Beautifully done. Beautiful form. Has motion to it. For some reason, we have his other finger over here by itself. But that's okay because we build models here. We build models. I'm sure once again that, I don't know, it may have something to do with the molding process. I don't really know how injection molding works as opposed to resin molding. But the other fingers seem more curved than that one, so I really don't know why they did that one that way. Let's look at his britches. Once again, deep details. All your grooves for where your other bandages go. I'm not going to cut one of them off because I know people don't like long videos, so I'm trying not to take forever. Once again, same thing with the other parts. Apparently the legs must be more than just 2 pieces that snap together because I have several pieces there. 5. And that must be, maybe those are pieces of the other arm since it's been up. Okay, let's check out our, and let's see, what is this? This would be part of his cod piece. Once again, beautiful details, wrappings. Part of the brazier has a nice, I don't know if you can see that real close. I'll try to get it up there so it focuses. Has a nice beaten metal look to it, as if a real brazier would in real life from back in the day. That's way back in the day. Again, parts of the brazier and other things that I do not know what they are yet, because I haven't built it and really looked at the directions that thoroughly. Okay, so all in all, in my opinion, beautiful job once again, X Plus. Once again, if you're a Mummy fan, this is definitely for you. If you're an old Aurora fan, gotta have them all. Definitely for you. All right, let's get you guys out of here. So thanks for coming in and checking out that beautiful kit from X Plus with me. Once again, if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. And if you're looking for a further way to help support the channel, I do have a Patreon link. It's just a simple $3 tier. I'll put that link also in the description. And what you get for that is once a month, I do a little, I call it the hangout. And we all get together on Zoom and just hang out for a couple of hours, build models, and talk about what's going on. It's just a way to help support the channel and help pay the bills. Still working on Ed Harley and some of his props. I just finished his flamethrower conversion from a World War II flamethrower to his farm style flamethrower, and I'll be posting that video up here shortly after this, as it's already filmed, but it will be for you true fans, as it's about an hour and 50 minutes long, and that was as short as I could make it. Trying to think of anything else. Quit hitting my hands on the table because it shakes the camera. No. Alrighty. Well, be good to each other. Not alone.